Once you've got a cue into your console that you have got pre-recorded there, we could then edit it and update it. So let's say for this, I need a bit of front light on my lead singer. I'm going to go to my light I need, and I can then move that fixture to illuminate my performers. That's rather intense, that's quite bright. Let's bring that down a touch. When you've made the changes you need, you can then press the Update button. I'm now going to tap my Master Playback's Go button, which is now flashing at me, and that's going to update the cue that I'm currently in. And there we go. That's now updated my cue for me. This time, let's say I'm in Q1, and I realise before I go into my Q2, I just need that middle pair of fixtures on their own. So I need to insert a cue. So first things first, I'm going to create the lighting state that I need. Using my channel faders, I'm going to go and actually latch out the lights that I don't want. To do that, move the fader of the light to the level that that light is currently out, and your fader then gains control. So I'm going to go and do that process to get rid of these lights. I'm now left with just the lighting state that I want on stage, and I want this lighting state to go between cue number 1 and cue number 2. To do that, press record, but before pressing your Master Playbacks button, first press the Z/Shift button, and I can then type in 1.5 to allow me to record this in as cue 1.5. I can then tap my Master Playbacks button as normal, and I can see that if I close my Z window now, that's been recorded as cue 1.5. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to tap my clear button to get rid of my manual changes, and that allows me to see cue number 1 on stage. I can press my Go button to go into 1.5 that I've just recorded. There's my lighting state, and I can then press my Go button to go into Q2. Every cue has the ability to have a name. Don't forget to name all of your cues so that you know exactly what each state does. Double tap and you can give it a name using a USB keyboard or the on-screen keyboard. Let's say that cue number 3 I want to automatically run after cue number 2. To do that, I have settings available for every cue that I program. Tap the settings button to go into the settings of cue 3, and I'm going to go and say that the trigger is automatically after the previous cue. I'm also going to put a wait time in there as well, and click OK. And this time, there's my cue 1.5. I'm going to go into Q2. Q2's fade times are going to run, and once they've completed, my wait time counts down, and I then will go into cue number 3. Lastly, we can also, of course, delete cues. Let's say that I don't need cue number 2 anymore. If I want to get rid of cue number 2, I can type delete, tap my Z button, and again, type the cue number using my number pad that I want to get rid of. And so if I say delete 2 and tap my Master Playback's Go button, that will say, are you sure you want to delete cue 0/2? 0 being my master playback here, cue number 2. And I can say yes. And there we go. Q2 has now been deleted for me.